Good evening! Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome to today's stream. How do we do today? How is all the horses? Oh god, my ear got cut off for a second. Okay, there we go. That should fix it. How are we guys doing? It's been a while. Or at least it feels like it's been a while. Every time I spend like more than 2 days off, I feel like I haven't streamed in forever. I feel like I've been away from the stables. I went to go buy milk. I got stuck in traffic. And then by the time I got back to my house, everyone was already packed up and gone, you know? Yeah, it's been a minute. But we're here today. We're here for charity. We're here to raise some money for a good cause. I don't know if you guys have heard, but V-Dere is currently working with the American Heart Association, Heartstream Heroes, in order to raise money for charity. We're supposed to be healing hearts, protecting hearts, making hearts stronger, building up heart power, full HP bar type of scenario here. If you were in a video game, you would have the full bar. That's what we're working on. We're working on getting more heart containers, more heart crystals, everything that encompasses that. And today, you know, I thought instead of doing something cute and endearing and heartwarming, we would talk about marriage and making sure that marriage doesn't fall apart and that you don't suffer from heartbreak. Because the only thing worse than heartbreak is a heart attack, which, you know, the American Heart Association is working on helping people who are affected by regular heart affiliations of the negative nature in order to heal them and make everything better. So I thought I would come here to give you guys unsolicited advice on how to make your heart feel okay. It doesn't matter if you're not married, okay? Because this is about real marriage, fictional marriage, hypothetical marriage, you know, yeah, all of the things in between. If you're not living out like several scenarios of your wife that you don't have in your head, what are you doing? What are you doing? It doesn't matter you're not married. This isn't about marriage. I'm not married either. It's about sending a message, which is we have to be prepared for counseling when we do get married eventually, if we ever get married. So think about it like that. Oh, thank you, Curl, for donating 100 to charity. You're ready for this. You are ready to heal some hearts here. I've got this. Also, Greg, thank you for 1.99 carats. Has anyone called you hot? You're hot. Probably not, but thank you. By the way, every time someone shows up in trauma dumps in chat, I'm going to drink some alcohol, so I just wanted to be a proper therapist. I'll take a sip for now. Mind you, this isn't a drinking stream or anything. This isn't, you know, this is not like one of those streams. It's just, it's a little, to get into character, you know? I just have one off to the side. Is alcohol good for the heart? No. No, it is not. I don't think so. Patrick has given 5 years as a hello, dear leader. Did manager Tomoe ever get the billboard for you to keep? No, I didn't manage to get the canvas, so I was not able to keep it. I was not able to keep it. I hope you all believe in this cause, though. I hope everybody is excited to, like, get into this today, you know, talk about what we're gonna be fighting for, and hopefully get really deep into fixing our fictional marriages, you know? I got some statistics here and stuff I'm gonna talk about. Divorce statistics and what we can do to prevent them, you know, when that situation arises. So, speaking of alcohol, hold on, let me find the statistic for that. I've got this. Yeah, so addiction is actually one of the leading causes of divorce. Whether it is, alcohol addiction or gambling addictions, both of these are very problematic, behavioral things that can lead to, tearing the family apart, you know, making the wife just decide to pack up one day and head on out. I don't know if it really applies to like anime wives though, because I don't feel like they care as much if you drink, you know? They would be more understanding, you know, like you failed to get that role in that gacha game that you're looking for. You spent hundreds of dollars on it, so you're just drinking and also gambling. You're like the double whammy of gambling addiction and alcohol. You're the embodiment of addiction, basically. League addiction is probably the worst type of addiction. If they have a league addiction, well, you shouldn't have married them in the first place, honestly. If you're starting to see signs, come to me. I can help work this out. I've got this. And me is giving 5 years to it. My senior and CO board is next fiscal year. So I need this divorce and a DUI for character development. You know, I'm supposed to be preventing divorces right now. Says Tomoe pre-order bundle will not make your wife come back. Why does this taste so strongly of alcohol? What the hell? Alright, so my drinking habits aside, which honestly aren't that bad, okay? I don't have a problem. Just bear in mind that addiction can be overcome. You don't have to let this put the nail in your marriage, okay? And if she starts complaining about it, well, tell her that she has problems too. Bring up things that she did years prior that you said that you let go of and still haven't let go of yet. If she wants to try throwing your issues in your face, you need to throw them right back and hit harder. Make it personal too. Make her cry. Make her go into the other room and cry, okay? Wait, no, this is supposed to be fixing the marriage. Okay, so good advice. Good advice. No, communication is important. You want to talk to each other. You want to talk to each other about this and work things out, you know? Communication can lead to what is this? Resentment, frustration, and misaligned expectations, you know? Like, she expects you to come home at a certain hour, and there you are, coming home hours late every night. And you tell her you're working overtime, but you know she doesn't believe that. You see the distrust in her eyes. And then you say, well, maybe if you went out and got a job, I wouldn't have to work overtime. You ungrateful little, beautiful wife. So, yeah, it's about communication, you know? If she's trying to go through your phone, she's probably not a keeper. She doesn't trust you, you know? You need to work on really bridging the gap, you know, just making sure you guys see eye to eye on everything. I'm glad you guys are learning from this. Do you have any questions so far? I realize I'm rambling a lot right now. I just want to make sure that everybody is getting the help they need here and that this is a very productive stream. Peace was never an option. What do you mean? This is peaceful. You're communicating with your significant other. You don't want those years of marriage to go to waste, do you? What if we hide our bank account so she can't get alimony? I'm pretty sure if she has a lawyer, then they can like pull up bank records, right? Like, or they can like order it or something. I have a couple coworkers going through divorce right now, so this is just what I've heard, but I don't know how it actually works. Apparently, divorce lawyers are very expensive, but there's a lot of them around most military bases. Go figure, right? Does fixing marriage problems make you a marital counselor or more of a marital counselor? How dare you joke about people's marital issues? You know, I am a horse though, yeah, that is true. My marriage with my wife is going well, okay, we have good communication. I work overtime every day, and as long as I come back like once a week, I think we're good. You got divorced 4 times? This isn't a speed run. It's not a speed run. I need counseling. I want to trauma dump about how other people mistreated me and how I had to have so many unfair rejections for no reason. Hold on, I gotta get through half this bottle real quick. Why did they mistreat you? What's wrong? Tell Uncle Horse your problems. No, it's okay. It's cider. It's only 4.5% alcohol. I'll be fine. It is good though. It is good. If you love your wife obsessively, how do you love her less for your own good? Okay, so this is general Tomoe advice here. If you want actual advice. Also, wait, hold on. We got another donation. Thank you, Good Milk. Let's save some hearts. Yeah. I'm gonna be a heart hero today. Wait, that's the whole name of the charity. It's so topical. It makes sense now. It makes sense. Let's go. Thank you. You are epic. Wait, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm. She took the kids and left. No, we're trying to prevent that right now. We're trying to get visitation right. Wait, no, this isn't a divorce. This is about saving the marriage. We're saving the marriage right now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I did it proper. I did it right and proper. So, you said you had many unfair rejections and wish to trauma dump. Well, let's see. That's not good. Wait, okay, I remember. Okay, yeah. If you love your wife obsessively, how do you love her less? Well, so having, like, personal space is important in my opinion, because if you spend too much time around someone, well, aren't you gonna get sick of them? You need, like, boundaries and stuff, you know? So you need to, like, understand her comfort levels and, like, talk to her about that, like, hey, do you need more space? Like, is this too... Well, you don't want to, like, ask too much. You don't want to be suffocating in that regard. But you have to, like, try to understand each other, you know? You have to, like, you know, be on the same wavelength. You can't be selfish. If you're too selfish, everything's gonna fall apart. But if you guys are trying to, like, you know, understand each other, if you're trying to work to a mutual ground, you'll probably be successful. Why can't your wife be hotter? You're probably not an officer. If you were an officer, your wife would be more attractive. Thank you, Kuro, for 300 more, dear God. Dear God, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for safeguards. And thank you, B, for donating to the cause as well. We're getting places here. Our hearts are being saved. We reached the other goal already! The goal just got raised and it's already been reached again. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm sorry, that is probably terrible. Okay, so the joke is, officers make more money than enlisted people, so they're able to attract more attractive wives. On average, like, you'll never see an ugly officer wife, but the same cannot always be said for enlisted. Now, I'm not saying people choose unattractive spouses. It's more so sometimes they marry people that they don't necessarily love for benefits. So they, you know, sometimes it's like the nearest available person, and the love is not there, and that's what makes it unattractive. There's logic to it. Okay, there's layers here. Yeah, you do have to go through college to be an officer. That's true. Maybe it's just a college-educated decision. That might be it. I'm not saying not to marry anyone, okay? I'm trying to help you guys. This is supposed to be good advice. Your wife thinks Ram is better than Rem. Can you divorce her? I will say I think Ram is better than Rem too, if we're being honest. I mean, anyway, let's stay on topic here. Let's stay on topic. How good is my life insurance policy? Oh, you know, I got a good life insurance policy on deck. This ain't about me though. What if you're already married? That's the point of this stream. The point of this stream is to help make sure that your marriages are okay, okay? Yeah, I'm here to help. Speaking of, you know, you guys aren't gonna like this statistic, but apparently 70% of divorces filed in the US are filed by women. and 30% or so are filed by men. So the woman is more likely to initiate the divorce than the man. The woman is significantly more likely. It's about, I mean, that's like a 2/3 more likely there. Yeah. What is your expertise on marriage? Did you marry anyone? No, but I took a class on Zoom on how to counsel marriages properly, and I got like a certificate to print out, and I put it on my wall. It's in like black and white because I didn't have any colored ink, but like it makes me feel official, so I think I can do this. I was trying to think of what to say. I really haven't ever been married before. I don't think I'm old enough for that yet. I'm only 124. Ain't got no reason to settle down, you know. I'm still out at pasture. But I can give good advice. I can give good advice. Was it in a PowerPoint? No. No, it was not. How would you react if someone you loved for a few years suddenly revealed that their attraction for you was just on a whim decision despite all the affirmation from them up to that point? I don't know, man. It sounds like they were just a bad person. Like, that's not your fault, okay? You can't help who you fall for, but sometimes you fall for the wrong person. Sometimes they don't treat you right. They don't throw their coat out over a puddle so that you can walk over it without getting your shoes wet, you know? And there's only so much you can do. You just have to learn how to not blame yourself. It's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault that they were no good. So you have to learn how to differentiate when you're at fault and when the other person's just a no good son of a, bad person. Yeah. A long-term relationship is a partnership, not just a romantic fling. Yeah, you're trying to build something together and communicate properly in order to make something work for a long time. A lot of the commitment issues that happen in marriages because people rush to get married in like the honeymoon phase, and then they're like, I don't feel anything towards this person anymore because they weren't working on, you know, facilitating a bond that's like long lasting and stuff. They were just riding off of emotions that are fleeting, you know. Not everyone stays that way forever, so you have to work on building up something that's healthy. You got to make sure you guys have trust of each other, communication's proper, you're not dumping baggage on them, and that you're working on something good, something real good. Enlisted marriages are the opposite. From what I've heard, enlisted marriages are you get home from work one day and your wife out of nowhere, despite being married to you for several years, says, I want a divorce. And you go, well, can't we work on it? Nope, I want a divorce. And there's like no conversation. They don't even go to marriage counseling. I'm like the final boss of marriages, basically. I'm here to help, though. I'm here to help. I've got you. You're married to 10 VTubers and can't keep up the charade financially for much longer. How do you manage to go between that many marriages? I've heard the stories of like dudes that like drive across the country because they have like several different families going on at the same time. How does that even work? How do you live that many lives? Also, thank you, Hunter, very much for donating to charity. We are working on big I mean, we've already passed our goal, but we gotta keep going higher. Our hearts have to like burst out of our chest, not in like a very grotesque and graphic way, but like we have so much love to give, and we have to keep doing our best for the heroes of Heartstream TM. Message redacted. Retracted? Oh. Thank you very much for the 10 carrots. I'm sorry I didn't read that fast enough. I'm not quick on the draw right now. My senses are dulled. I'm just trying. I'm working on it. I do not have a secret family. No. Imagine finding 2 women that like you. That's what I'm saying. That brings me to my next statistic. Apparently, men are 15% more likely than women to cheat in a relationship, or at least in a marriage. I don't know, that's just what's been reported, right? It says Cheating spouse effect. Typically, men are more prone to infidelity than women. Yeah, they were reported to have a relationship with someone other than their spouse when married. You need to settle down, fellas. You gotta choose one and that's it. You gotta choose one and that's it. What do you mean? No, that's a real statistic. That's pulled from divorce.com. Divorce.com doesn't lie, okay? Men that aren't cheat aren't real men. You know, that's a good point, actually. I don't really understand the point of cheating myself. I feel like if you're unhappy with someone, then, like, you know, just talk to them or leave, or, you know. I don't know, why cheat? Why hurt the other person? Why not just... I guess it's like an uncomfortable conversation that they want to avoid, but, like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it! I just don't get it! Chris was giving to care. I'm not married because I lose interest in women once I start talking. What the hell? Should I go to Poland and bring a wife back? I figure if we don't speak the same language, I won't lose interest. Why don't you just try to find someone that you're interested in for their personality and not their appearance? If you find someone you're genuinely interested in, I don't think you'll have that problem. But you have to, like, take the time to, like, get to know them as a person if you want to, you know, be on that level with them. If you're rushing into stuff, obviously you're gonna run into issues. It's not a sprint, man! Should you marry your wife's mom too because you're also attracted to her? I don't think I'm the right counselor for this. I don't think I can help you with that. What the hell, dude? What? Thank you, Anonymous, for donating $10 to charity. Thank you for making our hearts stronger, reinforcing them with steel bars and plywood and fiberglass. I think fiberglass is good. I mean, they say fiberglass is good for, like, communication. Not that that has anything to do with what we're talking about now, but I'm just saying. I don't regret making this stream. I think I'm giving good advice right now. Did one of my troops marry a local stripper? No, but one of them was engaged, but ended up breaking off the engagement because he found out that his fiance was stealing money from his account. And the crazy thing was, he didn't even give her access to his account. She apparently was, like, looking over his shoulder at his phone and, like, took his password and somehow managed to get into his account. I have no idea how that happened, mind you, but, like, crazy things happen out here, man. How is that a common story? That's not common. That shouldn't be common. What kind of engagement is that? I don't know if she really was into him, fellas. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's a pro hacker. How do I know that? Because people tell me this stuff. People talk about this at work when there's nothing to do. What do you mean, how do I know? I don't know why anyone would admit that, mind you, but that's what a 5-year-old would do to their mom's credit card for V-Bucks. Maybe it's the same principle, yeah. Maybe it's the same principle. There's also a dude that complains his kid doesn't respect him, so you know. I get it's just a workplace thing. You gotta, like, talk to somebody about it. Why not talk to your coworkers about it, you know? Let's see. What else do I have on this list? Yeah, so we had infidelity, substance abuse, very terrible things, by the way. Would not recommend them. Do not try this at home type of thing. We also have domestic violence. Physical and emotional abuse can have consequences beyond divorce, such as traumatizing children. I see when you have a little one in the picture, things get a little bit dicey. We have domestic violence, which is where partners physically harm each other. It's like a battle royale in the household. You know, one moment the wife is cooking the casserole, then she burns it, and oh boy, you know what happens when the wife burns the casserole, right? I'm not saying you should beat your wife if she burns the casserole. I'm just saying this is something that can happen in real life. It is a hypothetical situation. Please do not try this at home. Beating women is not respectable. It is not condoned. Also though, women beating men is not respectable either. Cause I mean, I think most dudes in that situation are forced to like let it happen and then call the police so that she can't fabricate a story. Because I think in a lot of those situations, the wife tries to say that like he hit her first or something. At least that's what the shows that I've watched have said. It's you gotta be careful about it. It's all, I don't know how you guys have the patience for that sort of thing though. You're supposed to be eating casserole, yes. If you're eating casserole, your marriage is healthy. That's a part of the picture. But there's also emotional abuse, which is where one partner belittles or criticizes the other with hurtful words and actions, apparently. So it's like, you know, gaslighting tactics, manipulation tactics, stuff like that. That's, you know, maybe not physical violence, maybe not PvP mode is activated, but like verbally questionable approaches to these situations. I think those can actually hurt people more than physical violence, although it's hard to say. I mean, physical, you know, it leaves some mental scarring, but like emotional abuse is probably what causes a lot of issues in marriage, especially when you don't realize that they're manipulating or abusing you. So, you know, it goes both ways. This is something both men and women do. I'm not gonna blame one side or the other on this. So, you know, should you become a more interesting person before searching for someone interested in if you don't find yourself that interesting? No, I feel like, you know, you're gonna find somebody that loves you for you. You might not think you're interesting, but someone will see interesting in it. Hold on, how do I phrase this? You might not think you're interesting, but there's someone out there who will find you interesting. Even if, because you know, we're our own worst haters, or whatever the saying is. Like we're our own anti-hype man. So you gotta look at it from that perspective. Yes, marriage is co-op, not PvP. When the controller battery starts dying, that's when you come see me. Or if there's like stick drift or something, I don't know. I'm supposed to fix things. Yeah, you're your own biggest critic. You're just not your own type. That's a good way of putting it. You pick your crown up, king. It's not over till it's Tomoe. We're so horseback with this one. Yes, so there's also coercive control, which is where one partner seeks to control the other by manipulating or restricting their behavior, which can also include financial control. I've seen a lot of financially controlling relationships before. You know, like situations where the wife or husband or whatever, well, I guess it's normally the wife, I don't know, this isn't meant to be biased one way or another, but have you seen like those videos of where like the falcons or like the birds of prey are like grabbing a small baby rabbit and their talons are digging into it? That's like the wife with the coin purse in those situations. You gotta be careful, man. You can't let her falcon grip your coin purse. Which, I don't know, that sounds like a metaphor, but it's not. It's a real, wait, I guess that was a metaphor. But you get the point! You get the point! Financial responsibility is important, and manipulation needs to be avoided at all costs. You must know your value. You must know your worth. You must, well, know your worth literally and, like, actually, you know, like, don't let yourself be used. That's all, yes. You planned that one? I did not plan that one. You shut your mouth. I'm doing my best to give good counseling right now. Yeah, so it says these types of abuse can cause long-term psychological trauma, which is what we talked about, you know. You really don't want that to happen. Leaving the victim feeling scared, isolated, and unable to trust their partner. Trust issues are really bad, chat. If you have trust issues, that sucks. I hope it gets better. I don't want that for you, you know. You know, it's actually really bad. It's really bad. And it says in such cases, divorce could be the only way for victims to regain control of their life and find safety and security. you know, you gotta get distance. Those restraining orders, you need a good support system. Maybe they don't have a good support system. Maybe that's part of the issue there, I would say. What should you not do in a Discord server marriage? Well, if you wake up at 3 a.m. and you see that she's in VC with other fellas, you can't take that, you know? If her PFP is matching with someone else's, and she says, oh, don't worry, it's just a friend. Is it really? I'm not trying to sow seeds of distrust here. I'm just saying, you know, you gotta take those Discord marriages to heart. Don't let her walk all over you. Yeah, it's you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Yeah. You'll simply not marry your future GF so there won't be any marriage problems ever. That's the real hack right there. Actually, no. See, there are people who will, like, be engaged for several years and just never get married for one reason or another. Sometimes it's, like, financially better. But also, you know, sometimes you just want to get to know the other person before you speedrun into marriage. Not everybody needs to get married. Some people are content just, you know, drifting along like a trash bag in a Walmart parking lot, you know? You don't need to get married necessarily. It's just one of those things. How do you get married? Do you need a wife? No, it's optional. It's completely optional. Marriage is a state of mind. You could get married right now. Like, close your eyes, channel your energy, bam, you're married. Or you're delusional, depending on who you ask. But either way, problem solved, right? Yes, whatever the reason for getting divorced, I'm not trying to find divorce statistics, but whatever the reason for getting divorced, you might also need to deal with splitting your finances on divorce and arrangements for the children. Yeah, if there's children involved, this gets a little more difficult. I do charge $100 extra an hour per child, so please bear that in mind when you're booking my services. It's just, you know, I gotta give personalized advice at that point. Yeah, married with no prenup in 2025. How do you guys feel about prenups, actually? Because, like, the thing is, like, you know, I feel like if you get a prenup, do you really trust the other person? But also with how some of these marriages are going, you know, I kind of see why people do it. Also, thank you very much for 5 conscripted horse soldiers. Welcome everybody to the Umarmy PT starts at 0600. Okay. You have a male heterosexual life mate. What are our options for a heterosexual life mate relationship? Your options for a heterosexual life mate relationship are as follows. Acquire household, wife, white picket fence, dog, and 2 to 3 kids, with the oldest being a son, and then the middle two, oldest son, then daughter, then son, or you can have the daughter and son in the middle. And, well, maybe you want, like, the youngest to be, I don't know, the daughter. Oh, 2 dogs. Okay, sorry, I didn't know the standards had changed. I didn't know, like, the American dream was, shifting there. How much will all that cost? Just pick up another job. You're worrying about the wrong things right now. I do agree that you probably shouldn't be engaged with people forever. You want there to be an end to it, right? You don't want it to be like the one relationship that's lasted for 8 years, but for some reason you're not married. Because when are you ever going to get married at one point? Or at that point. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Your paternal grandparents had 8 kids and you want to match that with multiple women? My brother, this is not an isekai harem anime. This is real life. You need to settle down with one woman. You need to have commitment, or I'm gonna have more work ahead of me. I have more counseling I need to do. You're not my only client. You're not my only client here. How do you bring up prenups without making it awkward? You have to explain it as like a mutually beneficial thing. Like, here's what I have to protect. Here's what you have to protect. Let's just agree that if anything goes wrong here, that we can like leave with whatever we came in with. So I think it's about how you bring it up, maybe. Or, you know, maybe they'll be understanding. Thank you, Airi! Thank you! I'm glad we reached the 5K goal. I'm rambling about marriage stuff. I'm trying to help out here, you know. I like to think at least a little bit of this advice is helpful. We're getting somewhere here. We're getting so. See, my marriage with Airi is healthy. So let me just tell you guys, anything is possible. I am qualified to give advice here. Assert dominance, break off your engagement, then propose again. Yeah, keep her guessing. I wonder if anyone's ever done that actually, where they just like break off the engagement and they're like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean all that, you know, those words, they came from a place of hatred. That wasn't me, that was the wolf inside me that came out and said some real nasty things, and then they engage again. Do I have any experience with close ones in a divorce example? Your parents split when you were too young to remember, but moved on and found different people. I don't know about close ones. Like I said, my only experience with divorce is just seeing my coworkers divorce their, spousal partners. Their, yeah. The wolf inside you had to be put down. Yeah! That's how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes. My opinion on the current state of the idea of love in today's world, I think people rush to get married too quickly, which is why we have, like, a solid 50% divorce rate in the United States. I don't think marriage is as sacred as it should be, or as it was once intended to be. I don't think people take it as seriously. Right now, it feels like a lot of people treat it as like a milestone in their relationship instead of like something to eventually strive for and work towards once you feel like you've found the one for you. You're supposed to do it with someone you want to settle down with, not someone that you're just like in a relationship with that happens to have not been broken off for a long period of time for one reason or another. Getting married is now used as a tax write-off. That is true too. But getting an annulment takes a while in a lot of states, so I don't even think that would be worth it. Why does your imaginary wife keep drinking all your gin? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think is the common reason of people suddenly realizing they're not compatible? Probably not taking, the time to actually get to know the person before you marry them. That's why I'm saying, you know, you wouldn't have to be in this marriage counseling right now, chat, if you just didn't rush your marriage. Just take the time to get to know them. It's not a speed run, okay? Also, thank you very much, Not Rice, for making it even! Thank you very much there! It does look even now. It is 5,100. We're making waves here. We're making strides. Jake Gator is giving 5 carrots to say, what advice do you have for a man whose pregnant wife needs his help shaving? What? What? Why would you post this? What the fuck, dude? I'm not drunk enough for this. Seek help, and not from me. Lighting Fires giving 5 carrots to say, do I have to marry someone alive? Yes! Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Would highly advise it. I think that's like a social security fraud otherwise, right? It sounds like a scam there. What do you mean not true? What do you mean not true? How do you deal with the risk of male pregnancy and marriage? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Why do I feel like this stream is going downhill? I'm gonna take a No. This is going great so far. Let me get more statistics here. Let me get more statistics. Maybe spend less time on TikTok. That might be a good idea. That's my advice. Let's see. Lack of equality is also an issue in marriage, apparently. Lack of intimacy is when one potential cause of divorce. An equally serious issue is lack of intimacy. Sorry, I can't read that right now. Anyway, lack of intimacy is an issue, but also lack of equality. Now, let me tell you, marriage is about, like, you have to contribute something. If the person is, like, walking outside and, like, doing the hunter-gatherer stuff, you have to be inside making the breakfast, salting the meats for the winter, you know, making sure the fire is alive and well, and, you know, you can't always contribute as much as you would like, maybe, you know, you can't always provide everything that you would want to, but it's about making the effort, you know. You can't get into the marriage and then suddenly decide to stop trying, because that just shows your partner that you don't really care about them, that you're a good-for-nothing son of a horse, and that you are not committed at the level that they expect you to be. And, you know, maybe they have people around them like, I don't know if you should stay with that one. It doesn't look like they're serious about this, you know? Have people whispering in their horse ears, telling them to, you know, reconsider because things really dropped off after the marriage there. Oh, thank you very much, Merrick, for the 50 carats of donation towards the good foundational cause of hearts and power and heart power. My heart was saved by modern medicine. You only wish you could give more. That's okay. You're giving plenty. You're giving it to a good cause. These guys are going to help make people's hearts stronger. Big, strong, powerful horse heart. Thank you kindly. I'm glad modern medicine was able to be of assistance to you. And thank you, Anonymous, for the 50 carats towards the Heart Association as well. We're getting somewhere, one heart step at a time. Heart print. Heart. You ever wonder why the heart is in the shape of a heart when it's like two human hearts slapped side by side? Yeah. Oh, wait, I was reading divorce statistics. Well, no, this is equality. So yeah, you want to make sure you provide something. Yeah, see, it says for one instance, if one partner wants to be the breadwinner but struggles to find gainful employment, that can sap their pride and their self-confidence. This too can lead to issues in the marriage. I know there's like a lot of dudes out there that want to be like the bread champion. Like they want to get all of they're like practically a baker with how motivated they are to get that bread on the table. So that's important to consider when you're trying to make sure that this works out. I mean, I personally, I would want to be a breadwinner too. I think bread is awesome. You can't make a sandwich without bread, right? So, you know, you have to think about it like that. Even if you can't provide financially, you have to make sure you're on the same page with the other person so that they understand you're trying your best, and then maybe try to pick up the slack in other ways, you know? Maybe if she's going out and working when she's not used to it, maybe you take over those household activities. But if you spend all day feeling sorry for yourself, you're never going to be able to get to that middle ground again. You're not going to reach that equilibrium again. There's going to be like resentment building up, whether it be within you or her, you know, if you're not communicating your emotions clearly throughout this. You might be frustrated with yourself for not being able to meet your own expectations and get to where you want to be, but you want to make sure that you're talking things out and that she understands that you want to be able to give her the world, but, you know, right now you only have a single country in your hand, not necessarily the whole world, but, you know, you're working on it. You have qualifications, you're applying for jobs and stuff, but you gotta be careful about this, you know? You gotta be cautious. Can you marry your anime body pillow? Yes you can. But why would you? Gotta work on this, you know? Creators give him 5 carrots to say, what happens if the man is actually okay with the wife being the breadwinner? I guess that's just the relationship dynamic. I don't really feel like that's anyone else's place to judge, though, right? I mean, every relationship is different, right? There's societal norms, but you have to understand, chat, every relationship is different. Everyone has different things to provide. to a relationship. Some people want to go 50-50 financial, emotional. Some people want to go 75-25, 55-65. You know, it depends on you. It depends on your partner. It depends on what you're looking for, who you decide to settle down with, what you do, you know? It's all about that stuff. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're like insecure about it, then you know, that's all you. It's whatever you want to do, bro. It's whatever you want to do. Who cares, you know? Who cares? 33.33. Yeah! Whatever fraction that is. Keep hearing stats about how people won't date too far below their own height, and you are short. How cooked are you? Probably not that cooked. I don't think height is a end-all be-all, you know? I think it's more about, like, how you present yourself. It's about... I say this, but, you know, people don't take it seriously. It really is about confidence. Like, you could be the most amazing, qualified person in the world for a relationship, but if you have the confidence of, I don't know, like a... Gosh, I don't have an example. Maybe like a mealy apple or something, just really, really feeble apple, you know, easily crushed in the palm of a horse hand. Then, you know, just yeah, it really is one of those things. But if you just, you know, if you're just a good person, if you're doing your best, then I think it'll be okay. It doesn't really matter how tall you are. I don't think height is as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Is basically what I'm saying. MCL, thank you very much for donating to the Heart Charity, and thank you, Stream Crash, as well, with the comment of, is this what they mean when they say invest in yourself? Yes, invest in horse coin, invest in yourself. Any options on marrying royalty? It doesn't sound very American, so no. You want a 7-foot tall horse girl, where should you look? Probably eBay or Craigslist. What other questions we got here? These are the hard-hitting things. Thank you very much for the tip. I'm sorry I don't know how to put overlays on properly, but it is what it is. Yeah, if anyone actually needs advice, communication is key. That's actually the leading cause of divorce in the United States, and probably around the world as well. I think that's the main issue. Oh, here, let's look at the other top things that can cause a divorce. Lack of intimacy. Physical and emotional distance can make it difficult to feel connected, understood, and valued by a partner. Remember, even after you guys get married, you still have to embrace each other. You still have to give them a firm handshake when you walk through the door, you know. You still have to give them a pat on the back when they're feeling down. You can't neglect these things, okay? You have to be willing to talk these things out and figure out if all of their needs are being met, and make sure that, you know, you're talking to them when they walk into the household frowning, you know, when they're entering the homestead threshold and they're just not having a good day. You got to be willing to talk it out. But that segues back around to communication, you know? That's just everything. What would be a stupid reason to divorce? A misunderstanding, maybe? I don't know, like, you know, you thought you were on the same page, but you then ended up not on the same page, but then instead of talking it out, you ended up going through with the divorce, and then later you're like, maybe that wasn't necessary. You gave up on asking women out shortly after you graduated high school because you were told no so many times and then told yourself never again will you put up with not being given a chance. Just talk to them longer. I don't know. I feel like if, you know, most of this, in my opinion, is get to know the other person. Get to know the other person. There's no rush. There's never any rush. There's always a perceived rush, but there's never any rush. Even if your family is telling you, it's really weird that you're not married by now. You know, when I was your age, I was married, so why are you not married by now, son? What gives, huh? What's going on? What's the deal? And you hear that at every financial, what is it? No, just every family gathering you hear that. Every family gathering you get the same question. I don't think it has anything to do with finances. Well, I guess unless your parents want you to get that tax write-off. Yeah. Don't skip the small talk step. Don't throw it at anyone out of nowhere. Thank you, Carl, for the 100 cancer charity. You were bothered by the uneven number? It's still an uneven number. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for believing in charity and donating towards this noble cause. You got divorced because you got married too early and she made the mistake of saying, I hope you get blown up over there the night before you shipped out to Afghanistan. Dear God, dude. What? I'm gonna finish this bottle off. Hold on. Yeah, I guess that does put a damper on things. I'm sorry you had to deal with that right before leaving though. That's a lot to take in all at once. Yeah, that is beyond a red flag. That's I don't even know what color that would go to at that point. That's red. What the hell? I guess that's at least the point where you realize that you chose wrong. So at least at least you got that warning before going out on the deployment and not like during or after. Average military marriage. That's not true. I've seen happy marriages. Even the ones that like were where they kind of like rush you to a marriage. It's weird. Have you guys ever seen marriage where they'll like get married super quick and everyone's like, oh, that probably won't last, but then they end up like actually being really compatible people and then you just end up seeing them married for like 16 years. Those are the weirdest marriages. I've seen it a couple times though, and I'm like, how did you make this work? How did you make this work? What kind of people are you? What is this level of communication that's at work here? Usually it doesn't last, but sometimes it does. Yeah, we should kill them for that. I hate when people are happy. I don't want anyone to be happy out there. If you have a marriage out there that's going well, how dare you? You're taking work away from my business right now. You need to think about the bigger picture here. Evidently, you're not. No, I'm kidding. I want you guys to be happy. Look, it's the point of this, me being a marriage counselor is to guide you guys on the right path and to see to it that everything gets better. I do not have tips on how to ask a girl out. This marriage counseling stream is for after you've already gotten the princess in the castle, whether it be your fictional princess or a real princess, and you are trying to work towards saving the marriage. As for actual advice on how to ask a girl out, I don't know. I don't know. This isn't supposed to be a divorce counseling. This is marriage counseling. I'm trying to help you guys right now. One of the other issues with marriage is well, let me think. Yeah, good job on getting that divorce. I'm sorry that you've already gone through divorce. Actually, this says like apparently up to 9% of people who are 30 have already had one divorce. So if you're 30 and haven't gotten a divorce yet, you're the 91%, which I think is good. I think in this context that's good. Isn't it? Yeah, you don't want that divorce. You're not trying to be another divorce statistic. No. Don't work on those numbers there. You want that. You want to be the one and done, the happy marriage, you know? Happy marriage haver. Anonymous is giving 25 carats to charity. Thank you very much. And the comment here is, boss, I want to marry Cinnamon. She tells me she loves me when I give her money. Should I? Are there any other NCOs in chat that would like to help me out with this one? I would would say no though. I don't think marrying the stripper is going to be good long term. Maybe short term it seems like a good idea. You know, you really want to get those benefits, right? But I don't think this is going to be very good for your mental health. You gotta be careful, you know, you gotta make wise decisions, you know. It's not one of those heat of the moment things that should happen. Yeah. Never mind, you guys are giving terrible advice. I thought you were gonna help me out here. You're very concerned because you have to save this princess person, but you're afraid. What if she's in another castle? What if she ran away to join the circus? Well, she'll come back if she was the one, son. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and some of them are just in a different plastic castle, okay? Yeah, gotta be careful about this. I didn't think people actually married strippers. Well, I know that they do. I feel so disappointed whenever I see it. You can get someone that's not a stripper. You have to know your worth. Not that strippers are, like, necessarily bad people just because they're strippers, but I'm just saying, like, if they're going after you for benefits, you should, you know, okay, have you seen those animals in the rainforest that have, like, the bright colors? You need to be mindful of the bright colors. That's all. Gotta be careful. You gotta know your worth, son. I don't want to see you get scuffed up out in the field like that, you know? What is the best flower for your partner besides roses? Okay, go grab like a fistful of dandelions from the field and hand them to her. That would be cute. Just like the nearest wildflower you can find and hand it on over. What advice was I given? Oh yeah, I was given good advice right here. Let's see. Yeah, don't speed run that divorce. What do you say about divorced people remarrying again? Well, I would hope that they would like learn from their first marriage and be more prepared for a second marriage at that point. I feel like a lot of them, it's like a sobering experience for them. Most people seem happier in their second marriage than like the first one. Or at least like the people at work I've talked to, they're like, yeah, my first wife was pretty awful, but the one after that was really nice and we're still together to this day. So, you know, you get that one divorce, you make a rash decision on who you decide to be with, but then after that you typically, you know what's good for you, you know what you want, and you kind of just make it work from there. So I don't think remarriage is a bad thing, really. And what was, oh yeah. Yes, okay, so how lack of preparation is the next one here. How can you tell when you're ready to commit to marriage, chat? There is no easy answer to that question, yet it's undeniable that some partners approach matrimony feeling more prepared than others. Tell me this, folks. How would you feel if a woman proposed to you instead of you proposing to her? What would your initial reaction be? What would you think of this? I've always wanted to ask this to dudes to see what they make of it, cause I don't know. I don't know how I would interpret that. You just accept it? What? I don't know. I've heard people be like, no, that's my job. I have to do that as the guy. It's like you gotta see who does it first. Oh my gosh. May as well just go with it. Yeah. That's so amazing. I wish I could see that happen more. That sounds really funny. I mean, like, it would be an interesting scenario. It would be a funny story to tell later. I don't think it's a bad thing. Shock, surprise, realize you forgot to take your meds. It's okay. It's okay, she's real to me. She's real to me. Would tomboys be the type of girl to propose first? I would propose to someone. I personally don't see an issue with it, but my thing would be like, you know, I don't like to like step on people's masculinity, so I wouldn't want to offend them. That's why I was curious if like dudes even cared like who's the one proposing, or if it's just like marriage is marriage, you know, and there's a marriage. You can't spell marriage without marriage. Marriage in America is doing good. We're doing our best out here. Write that down. What? What if you proposed at the same time? Is it like a standoff? Isn't that like one of those old-timey Western duels then? At that point? Oh my goodness. Thank you, now Rice, for giving 87.10 to the charity to say funny numbers. It's so off now. It's so off. Thank you very much though. The 10 cents really sells it there, you know? Really sells it. You're getting a tax refund to be able to get the Tomoe Fubo? I don't know if that should be a prioritized financial decision. I think the pre-orders, well not the pre-orders, those go on sale in like 3 days though. I forgot about that. My brain's been all over the place though. A man's security and his masculinity is entirely personal, so it's hard to say how it would go from a general perspective. Isn't that usually like a combination of like how they grew up and like what they value as individuals more than anything? Or is it also like weighing in societal standards as well? Like how much of it is like their own beliefs and how much of it is not wanting to like be pressured by the expectations of society? I don't know how dudes view masculinity. Well, I kinda do, but not really at the same time. By the amount of broken hearts, the American Heart Association should also do post-divorce therapy. We're trying to prevent divorces right now! We're trying to prevent it! We're trying to make everything better! I'm trying my best right now. Nature versus nurture? Maybe that's it. Oh yeah, you should probably live with the person before marriage. I agree with that. If you don't know what it's like to live with the person, because like sometimes, you know, you have like what is it, situations where you get along well with the person, but then you live with them and it doesn't work out. That goes with like friends and roommates too, doesn't it? Like sometimes you have good friends, but you try living with them and they're just, you come to hate them because of it. So thank you very much, Kuro, for balancing out the number. We're now at 5.5K. Holy cow. Ah! We haven't even raised the goal yet, but we've raised the goal. We've like, oh my gosh. Oh wait, no, did the, okay, never mind. The goal actually did go up. Someone's looking out for us out there. 3.33. Thank you very much, Caster Shot, for the donation. The most stable relationships you have observed were the ones where marriage was an afterthought. Yeah, it probably shouldn't be a priority. Or maybe it can be, but like, gotta be careful about it. Each variable gets weighed differently in each man's mind. You personally value society's expectations less, but another man might be the opposite. Yeah, it really does depend on the individual, huh? Me personally, this is my beliefs, but I think as long as you're comfortable with your own standards that you set for yourself and they're achievable within the realm of your imagination, you're not like over striving to like be the type of man that you think you can never be. Like you gotta like, you know, have goals for yourself but not make them too high to reach, but then also like just come to be comfortable with who you are, and yeah. I do my best to try and understand the male perspective, though I am simply a female horse at the end of the day. Thank you very much for giving 10 carrots to charity. Tomoe of the Lake, share your wisdom. Is it a requirement to get matching revolvers? Asking for a friend. That would be really great, you know, you guys could, you could down an enemy together, and it'd be really romantical, wouldn't it? I need a water break. No, I'm good. I have water on my desk too, we're good. Do you guys have any questions so far? I mean, I asked earlier, but it's been a while since I've asked for questions. I need to know, I need to know what we're working on here. Most of my advice has been pretty general. You don't want the divorce to be a duel, no. You're not trying to have that custody battle. We're trying to avoid the custody battle right now. Would horses propose with golden Minecraft carrots? I forgot there were even golden carrots in Minecraft. I know there's golden apples, but I didn't realize there were golden carrots too. That's pretty amazing. Thank you, Lady Fire, for giving 5 memberships out, 5 conscriptions. Welcome everybody to the Umarmy. I hope your divorces are stable and also that you are stable in the stables as a horse soldier. Welcome. PT at 0600, don't be late. How do you get all the money in the divorce? Prenup! Unless you're trying to take money from your wife, in which case, I think it depends on, I don't know how it's split evenly. It depends on how much they own and then how much you own, and then there's like a calculation there, right? I think so. Thank you, Dot Rice, for 41.69 carats for charity. 5555. Wait, 5555. Wait, yeah, 4 5s. Sorry, I'm better now. I was just having a moment there. Yeah. What was the advice I was giving again? Try to save the marriage. Oh yeah, spring allergies, you know how it is. Will the army give you a wife? Wait, do I have my laugh track still? Hold on. I could hear it in my head at least. That's how I know. It's a good one. Yeah, I heard the laugh track in my head. It's okay. It's okay. You know. No. You will not get a wife out of the military. I'm sorry. That is simply not possible, son. Simply not possible. Memory card. Thank you for the 10 carats for charity. To avoid becoming a divorce statistic, is it a good idea to get married on your deathbed? Wouldn't your wife just be a widow at that point? Why do you want to leave her alone in this world? Why do you want to be leaving her alone out here? Why? For what purpose? I think that adds to another bad statistic, right? The Lonely Wives Association statistic. Yeah. By the way, that reminds me of another thing actually. So when you donate to charity, it's a tax write-off. So remember to use your charity donations as a tax write-off in the next year of taxes. There you go. Important to keep in mind there. You're doing yourself a favor later. It's a solid argument right there. Modern problems require modern solutions. What is your modern solution to a problematic marriage? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Alimony generally goes to who made the most in the marriage. Generally, when you got divorced, it took a lot of research and work to make sure you didn't have to pay alimony. Here's my question, right? Here's my question that I've always wondered about marriage. So, say you're with this person, right? Y'all are cool. Y'all are happy. Everything's going well. And then, like, you get a divorce or you start the divorce process. Why are you guys suddenly at war for money? Wouldn't it make sense if you, like, mutually respect one another to be like, okay, this is what I came into the marriage with. This is what you came into the marriage with. Let's just take our stuff and, like, get out of here. Why would you try to take what's not yours? Why is that even a thing? Is my question, basically. Like, why does this need to become an argument? Why are you fighting in court for their money? You know that's not yours. That's like legal theft. It doesn't make sense to me. And why would you take it from someone that you used to love? Even if you don't love them anymore, even if it was like a bitter breakup, you know, even if the marriage didn't go well, why would you try to take what's not yours from them? Why not just let bygones be bygones and you know, just get out of there. Just leave it be. Just go and live your own lives and live your own lives anew and do your own thing again. It really is all about greed, huh? Marriage isn't supposed to be about greed, it's supposed to be about love. Is it really about spite? Is it really about spiting your partner? Is it just about getting more money out of it? I feel like it shouldn't be that way though. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe with like property, right? Because it's hard to prove who bought what and how much of what belongs to who. But like, in terms of like, getting a cut of their paycheck or like taking visitation rights away, you know, they can't see the kids anymore. That's messed up in my opinion. You should never try to deprive a kid of both parents. If the person wants to be in their life still, why would you try to be selfish and take that away from the child? That's just being a selfish person at that point. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hearing these stories, I still don't get it. That's my 2 cents on the matter, though. I don't really understand why it goes that way, but I've never been married and I've never been divorced, so maybe I just lack perspective on the matter. Do I want a Sprite cranberry? Sure, I'll take a Sprite cranberry. Why not? What's the most brutal divorce reason? Princess was in another castle? I don't know, maybe, I think a lot of divorces literally just happen because of communication. Like, you guys just aren't talking about problems as they come up, and then beef. But not the good kind, not like the kind you get on a farm, but like, beef. They have problems with each other, yeah. I really should not have had that cider for this. I'm not drunk by any means, but it's hard for me to articulate my thoughts properly right now. Oh yeah, is Sprite Cranberry only a holiday thing? That might be it. That might be it, actually. That sounds about right. I don't know, man. I see military marriages often fail, but you guys have to think about how weird military marriages are compared to normal marriages. Here's my perspective on the matter, right? Because you're taking this person away from their home, like from their family, their loved ones, all that stuff. You're putting them in an unknown environment. You're putting them in a house. They often don't have a job because they're not required to work, so they're usually like a stay-at-home wife. And they have like a lot of resentment that ends up building up in that time because they're lonely, they feel isolated, they don't know what to do. You know, you're at work most of the day. What are you gonna do for them, right? Like, what can you really do for them when you're not home? And, you know, they just end up like in their head a lot of the time. So that's at least that's what I've seen a lot. I don't know. Maybe they have like agreements or something and it works out, but I don't know, some of them get bored. They're like dogs with separation anxiety. They start chewing through the drywall, but instead of the drywall, they're like cheating on people or something. I don't know. It's every marriage has its hang-ups though. It's really about like how you go about making things work out. What about when 2 military people get married? I don't see that very often. I guess it works out a lot of the time. I don't know. Who's chewing through the drywall? You're asking the hard-hitting questions. I don't know if I have the answers anymore. What was I gonna say? Well, yeah, anyway. What other questions do you guys have pertaining to marriage? I'm supposed to be a counselor right now. Let me counsel you. Let me help you while I'm here. Don't get married while you're overseas. That just seems like a bad idea. That seems like a terrible idea, actually. I would seriously not recommend that. Best form of wedding cake? I don't know. I personally think weddings are really complicated conceptually. I don't know if I want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on one event, but I'm also like not a very extravagant person. I don't know. Am I charging by the hour? You're damn right I am. Oh, look, we went over the 1 hour mark. You know, you're already paying for the second hour. It's okay. Can you get married in the stables? Probably. I would assume so. Marriage before or after getting the bag? Don't delay marriage for getting the bag, because what if getting the bag takes longer than you anticipate, and then before you know it, bam, midlife crisis. She already left you. You took too long. You have to strike while the iron is hot, but also make sure you're in a good financial position to be in a relationship or marriage or what have you. Can I fix your dad's marriage? Probably not. Probably not. That's up to him to solve at that point. I'm not a licensed counselor, you know, I can only do so much without a license, but we do our best out here. How do you impress their parents? Hire a private investigator and figure out what their parents are looking for. Work on it day by day. Your wife wants attention but is always busy. Do you send her texts through the day, or should you give her attention when you know she's free? I feel like that's just a matter of like waiting for her to be free and doing it. Although, you know, I would say occasionally you can send a message, like, but you know, space it out maybe. I guess like to show that you're like thinking of her, and then when she's free, maybe try to do something with her. Maybe that would be the proper solution to that. You just definitely don't want to like overwhelm her or anything, you know. Too much is bad, but like, it's good to show that you care, I would say. How do you let your wife know she needs to become 10-hour OSHA certified? Why would you marry someone that's not OSHA certified in the first place? Come on now. What are you doing? How do you beat your opponent in marriage? What do you mean opponent? What do you mean by this? Well, how do you guys feel about the fact that people are gonna start marrying robots this year? What's gonna happen? What if both in the marriage have distance communication issues if they've been separated for a while? Try to like talk it out and get back to a common ground, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, you can't just like magically find a solution for these things. You have to be willing to like actually talk it out. Thank you, Absit, for the 10 carrots and the 3 bees. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for giving to the Heartstring Heroes charity. Thank you. Heartless Hero as well. Clearly you have a heart if you're donating for the Heart Squad, the big heart gang. And thank you, Oldion, as well, for giving to the Heartstring Heroes charity as well. Thank you, everybody, for your donations thus far. We are slowly finding the cure for broken horse heart. Well, this isn't about horses this time. I think horses are strong. Horses are strong. Estimate how many are married here? At least 1. Chat, if you're married, say hi. Even if it's only in your head. Someone asked about long distance relationships as well. I think if you're in a long distance relationship, you should have a feasible plan of eventually being able to like live with them and make it work. It shouldn't just be like a thing where it's like, oh, maybe someday we'll be able to work this out. If you don't put that effort in and try to make it work, like in intervals, or, you know, like find temporary solutions, things to make sure both parties are happy, you know, you're trying to communicate, trying to be on the same page there, then I think it's kind of just, it's cooked from the get-go, you know? Because I think you already have the odds stacked against you. So if you're not trying to find solutions that work for both of you to keep sure both people happy, then yeah, you're probably not going to work out very well. How about in gacha games? I don't see why not. I don't know if this is like coherent advice, but you know. Everything boils down to get to know your partner and talk to them. Your wife's boyfriend says you look cute. Should you be concerned? I'm sad I ran out of alcohol. I think that was a mistake. Yes, I think that was a mistake. I'm sure you guys have a lot in common though. I mean, you love the same person. What could be better than that? Yeah. Should you have multiple girlfriends at once? Probably not. I would say you gotta save some for the rest of us, you know? Like, come on, man. There's not an equal number of men and women in this world. Save some for the rest of us. Thank you very much, Tap Out, for the yellow heart. Thank you for giving to charity. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, emergency run to the shop at... We need heart medicine. Wait, that reminds me. Horses often get like the heart dewormer, right? Do you guys have any worms in your heart right now? Any that you want to like get off your chest, like onto the table? Ivermectin? Is that what it's called? It seems like a wizard spell. Can centaur women have human boyfriends? Well, and still. That's probably not. I would say I don't know if that's ethical. I'm not sure. I'm not really positive on that one. You guys, would I still love you guys if you were heartworms? I guess so. I mean, no one's ever asked me that before. You probably shouldn't be burrowing in people's heart like a worm in an apple, but you know. That's alright. I mean, this is a Heartstream Hero stream. We're supposed to be saving hearts, right? It's a one such deworming medicine. That's a good way of looking at it. You haven't visited the doctor in a while? Well, I hope you don't have heartworms. That would be bad. That would be quite bad, actually. Dear God. Are you guys okay? Like, mentally? Is your heart okay? I'm glad I'm saving your guys' hearts. That's the goal here. We're supposed to be working through these things. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 100 carats towards charity. Thank you, supporting Heartstream Heroes. And the marriages are getting stronger and happier. We're almost at the next goal! Holy cow. We're almost there. You have a heart enlargement? What does that mean? Have you guys ever met someone who has like the heart on the wrong side of their chest? There are people like that out there. Like their internal organs are flipped around. Slime girl. This isn't about, it's not about monster girls. Why are we talking about monster girls? Let's stay on topic here. Let's talk about divorce. Wait, not divorce. Marriage. It's a medical condition and it's not good. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want your organs to be flipped around. When you do the Pledge of Allegiance, what side do you put your hand on if your organs are flipped around? How does that work exactly? What? Got a goat in my yard. Thank you for the 100 towards charity. Thank you for supporting big, strong, healthy hearts. Big, strong, beaten, tough hearts. Big hearts. Amazingly powerful hearts. This is inspirational. Can you marry a country? Probably not. Probably not. I would say no. I would say no. It's only reflected so the heart doesn't move over much. Really? Is that how that works? How much space does it translate over to the side? Girl, what the hell? Thank you for giving 240 to charity. We've hit 6K now! We've hit 6K. We've reached the second goal of this. How did we hit 2 goals in one stream? You guys are really supportive towards heart. Is it because of all my great advice on how to avoid heartbreak and becoming another divorce statistic. We're getting somewhere here. We've covered all of the boundaries, all the basic guidelines of how to have a nice, healthy marriage. Awesome heart advice? Yeah. So it's, oh wait, there's another reason that I didn't cover. Hold on. Also, thank you very much, Not Rice, for the 20 carats to say even. It is even now. We're at 6.1. Thank you, Ella. It's not even anymore, but that's okay. That's okay. Sorry, I had to raise up my seat. My model is so bouncy. I love the fact we are using humor to avoid the fact we're gonna be alone forever. No. No! Don't say that! I was trying to be serious there for a minute. I had to get my serious face on. No. No, buddy. No, this is a happy organization. I do believe in you guys. I do. I'm giving this advice to you because I know it'll come in handy for your eventual marriage. Unless you're already married, then, you know. I'm sure you're doing great right now. Like Fire give 10 to charity to say, I thought Super Chat counted as donation. No, that's why there's a pinned message there. That's why it's pinned up there. I should have been more clear about that, though. I probably should have been more locked in from the get-go. My brain ain't keeping up as well as it should. Tomoe, should I leave my wife if I find an upgrade package? What would you consider better than your wife, though? Think about it like that. Think about it like that. You're doing marriage hard mode because you got married to a guy? I don't think that's necessarily hard mode. I think as long as the foundations of marriage, a healthy marriage are there, it doesn't matter what the gender is, because it's like, y'all are vibing, you know, you're on the same page, you're talking things out, you're happy with each other, you genuinely enjoy each other's company. That's a good marriage right there. Better not participate too much on this topic or you'll start complaining. It's fine, man. We're chilling right now. We're chilling. We're talking about stuff here. Another issue as to why divorce happens, by the way. Why people are unsatisfied with their marriages because they marry too young. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I got out of high school, I certainly wasn't ready to marry. I certainly don't think people should marry, like, really young, because I don't know, I've never seen those early marriages work out well. You've barely become an adult, what are you doing? Although it did work in the olden days, so, like, maybe there is some basis behind that. Like, if they can make it work back then, why couldn't we make it work right now? Wait, what? Tomoe the Heartbreaker? What did I do? What did I do? Was it something I said? Did I say something? Huh? I'm sorry. All divorce rates are wild. All divorce rates are wild. It's people today are replete with choices. Back then you were married based off necessity and you learned how to live with each other. Are you saying we're spoiled nowadays and we don't have to settle anymore and we can just kind of like go with the flow and not commit? I don't know. I feel like divorce has become too normalized in society. That's my personal beef with it, though. I don't think it should be as normal as it is. You know, back in the day, they used to just like get childhood friend, marry childhood friend, stay with childhood friend for life, make childhood friend wife. That was like the formula, you know? And now it's like complicated. The world is so much more vast. We have so much more access to stuff. There's too many options. People are getting choice paralysis. And that makes people pickier. But like not in a good way, you know? You should work on yourself so that you can be the type of person that you'd want to be with. Or, hold on, what is this saying? No, it's if you want to be with a 10 out of 10, you have to become a 10 out of 10. That's the saying that I always heard. Divorce for reasons like leaving the toothpaste uncapped is weird. I That's a pretty egregious thing to do, though, isn't it? Like, first it starts with that, and then you don't even tuck the bread bag once you get a slice of bread out. And then look at that, the whole loaf is stale. There's ants in it now. Now we have an ant infestation in the kitchen. Now the kids have to hear us arguing again. I don't want to have to raise my voice at you, but you know, we only have so much food we can put on the table. I know that you can't find a job. You've been looking for a while. It's hard at my company now. They started laying people off recently. What am I gonna do if I can't afford any more bread, huh? How are we gonna have sandwiches without bread? What are you gonna pack for the kids' lunches then, huh? What's gonna happen next? So you see, it starts with one thing and then it spirals into another, and before you know it, I don't even want to come home anymore. I get to the house and I sit in my car in the parking lot and I really just stare at the window for a while, wondering if I should even go inside. It takes a while to, you know, work up the courage to get back in there. But I know we need to talk things out. I know we need to have that conversation eventually. It's getting more uncomfortable, and slowly but surely I find myself drifting apart from you. But I think eventually things will work out again. Tomoe, please? What? I'm just saying, like, you know, like, it's one of those things. Don't leave the toothpaste uncapped. Don't leave the toothpaste uncapped. Thank you guys for being understanding. Thank you for being understanding. When you divorce over bread, it's not just over bread. It's about underlying issues. You see, that's that attitude right there. You say just bread, I say bread was just one of the issues. Maybe if you didn't trivialize everything, we wouldn't be in this counseling in the first place. That's what I heard one of my clients say, by the way. I'm quoting one of my clients right now. This isn't about me. This is about you guys. This is about helping you guys. I'm the help right now. Yeah, it's about the principle. It's about the principle. That's what I'm saying. The ants in the fridge was the straw that broke the horse's back. You should not have ants in there. Marry a baker. Problem solved. That's true, actually. You never heard that saying, let's get this bread? If you had a baker as a spouse, that wouldn't be an issue. You guys make it sound like I'm abusive. I'm supposed to be the counselor here. I'm supposed to be helping you. I'm not scary. I'm not a scary woman. Chat, you're not afraid of me, right? Right? I don't know why I've been doing so many long pauses this stream. It's kind of menacing, isn't it? It's a little menacing. Tomoe, yeah? What'd I do? I'm not scary. I'm not scary. I'm a counselor. I'm a helpful fella. What? Your wife calls you her sugar daddy even though you're married and you're the breadwinner, but you feel odd about it? She's kidding, right? I hope so. I didn't think that was like a marriage term. Again, never been married before, so I wouldn't know, but like, it doesn't sound right to me. Well, actually, no, I am married to Airi. I'm very forgetful these days. I think it's old age. The dementia's kicking in. I'm a little slow. Please stop hitting us. I wouldn't have to hit. I don't want to have to hit you. You're making me do this. Ah. No, I'm not gonna hurt anybody. It's fine. It's all good. I'm getting old, yeah. Yeah, I think there was a moral to this story somewhere along the way. I don't quite remember what it was no more. Time for the glue factory? Wait, for me or for you? Are you gonna get made into glue or am I getting made into glue? Alright, does anyone have any last marriage counseling related questions while I'm here? You got me here. This is a place to dump your issues, and we can talk this out. And yeah, I'm not gonna vent about bread anymore. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I got a bit on a tangent. What's the difference between being called dear and dear by your spouse? One is endearing. The other is her saying she wants you to get hit by a large semi-truck barreling down the highway. Thousands of pounds of steel just slammed into you and sending your little body flinging like an object with Gmod graphics turned off. Physics rather, not graphics. Gotta be careful though. Don't get hit by a truck. It's not a good idea. It's not very healthy. Your wife won't stop using the metal Beyblades when we have Beyblade duels. What do you do? Well, I feel like that's gonna destroy the plastic ones, right? Also, I thought you could only get the metal ones off of, like, eBay. But I don't know, it just sounds like she wants to win. Why don't you just let her win at that point? What if you disagree on how to encourage your struggling child? Maybe get, like, a third party involved? I don't know. Maybe, like, take them to, like, one of those, like, professional people who works with kids that are going through stuff, depending on what the particular issue is. I feel like it helps to have professional input at that point, because, you know, that's what they're trained to deal with. How does it feel when the wife puts you in the doghouse? I hope it's at least like a big doghouse, you know, like a comfortable one. How do you court a woman without embarrassing yourself? I don't know, just talk to her like she's a guy. If it doesn't piss her off, you'll probably at least make a good friendship out of it. Your husband plays League. Is this relationship unsalvageable? Look, I'm a marriage counselor. I'm not a miracle worker. There are some things that are out of my power. Not everything can be done here. not every problem has a solution, I should say, you know. Mail order brides? I don't know anything about mail order brides. I don't know anything about that. If you talk to women like you talk to men, you'd be in jail. How do you talk to men? Chat, what did he mean by this? What did he mean by this? Mail order grooms? I guess that works too. Yeah. Hi, Trauma. Thank you for the 5 carrots to charity. I think if we could get, bottle some of Honey-chan's energy, we could heal everyone's heart. Until then, we'll need to support medicine. That is true. That's like liquid sunlight. It's a cure-all, basically. Honey is amazing. Bro code, I wouldn't know. I think I have an idea. Just because, you know, work, but yeah, that's fair. It's okay to leave it at that. Relationships that start from friendship are stronger than hitting on a random girl at the bar. That's not a conversation everybody's ready for, though. I think it's fine to start as friends. You shouldn't, like, be, I don't know. I don't know, I've never, like, gone up to someone and hit on them before, so I can't really imagine that particular approach. I feel like it's more stressful that way, right? If you have, like, a fear of rejection, maybe that would be stressful, but most people do, so, like, why not just make friends and not worry about it, and then if something happens, it happens, you know? That would be cool. That'd be pretty neato. How do you tell your fiance that you want to take her and your family to Manchester to the Crystal Maze live experience? I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Just do some research and make like a presentation on it and why it's a good idea. I don't think most women would like you if you treated them like men. I'm personally okay with it, but I might be a biased party here. I might be a wee bit biased. That might not be good advice. Take all my advice with a grain of salt. Again, not a professional, just a horse. I know there's a little bit of overlap there, but there are some key differences there. At the same time, you know. Yeah. Tomboys are the exception to that rule. Life is just a lot simpler that way, in my opinion. I'm okay with just being treated like a person. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Life is good. I don't think I have any other advice to give, though. I mean, that covers the basis of it. Bottom line is, divorce is bad. Marriage is sacred. Treat it seriously. Don't rush into it. Make sure you have your finances resolved. Make sure you both have something to bring into the relationship. Don't marry too young. Don't marry when you barely know the person. Don't cheat. Don't be abusive, physically or mentally. Live, laugh, love, win, fight, do all that stuff. Well, you know, fight your enemies together. Live a long life, laugh together. I'm mixing up my quotes now. This is not counseling for Kansas City fans. No, it's not. No, this is divorce counselor. Well, no, this is the marriage counselor. Why do I keep getting those mixed up? I'm a terrible person. Don't hurt your hypothetical wife. She'll tell all the other hypothetical wives, and then you'll never get another hypothetical wife. It's a vicious cycle. It's a very vicious cycle. Thank you, Robert, for the 14.57 carats to charity. Why that specific number? Is there like a deeper meaning behind this? Is this like what is this? Somebody please donate 43 cents. I can't look at. Why are you upsetting the balance? I was about to end stream. Please, bro, please. Have a heart. Have a heart. It's the Heartstream heroes of it. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's not a bad number. We love funny numbers out here. What do the numbers mean? I don't know. Wait, can you get marriage insurance? I don't think that's a thing. There was some good advice here. When I'm not messing around, horsing around, I can give good advice. If I was supposed to be good advice giver horse, though, this would be a totally different stream. I don't mind giving serious advice. I don't want the stream to be too heavy, you know? So it's probably like a mixture of like messing around and also giving serious advice. I think some of it was good advice, though. I like helping people, and I don't want to see them go through hardship and whatnot. Thank you, Not Rice, for fixing the total. Got a crisp 6,200. We've done good today, fellas. Thank you, everybody who's donated for the cause. This will be very helpful for the people who need it. It's also a step towards being able to do more for more people, because, you know, not all of us are born with healthy hearts. Some people have the odds stacked against them. That's what I said in the last stream, where we initiated the charity drive, is I don't personally have a lot of people in my family with heart issues, but I do want people to get the help they need, and, you know, it's like one of those things where if you can raise awareness in any way you can, then you should, in my opinion. So we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. I've only ever done military charity before, so this is new to me, but this is a really great cause, and I'm happy to be able to support it. I think it's very important, and I'm glad that you guys are willing to hear me out here and support it as well. Thank you, Nogi, for 15 carats towards the cause. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Everyone, please take care of your heart. That's right! Avoid heartbreak! And heartbreak-related instances of, I don't know, don't let anyone stab you in the heart, like, metaphorically or physically. That would be very bad for heart health. And thank you, Aisher, for the 17.76 carats. That's diabolical right there, but you know what? Your heart's in the right place, so it's okay. Unless it's in the left place. Wait, your heart's in the left place, right? Right? Yeah, it is. I know this. I'm gonna be honest, I actually didn't know what side my heart was on until I joined the military. I know that's bad, That's like, it's just one of those things where I didn't really think about it, to be honest. Like, I knew it was somewhere in the upper chest, I just didn't know if it was left or right. Yeah, but then when you, like, they're, you know, you gotta, yeah. Because your branch goes over your heart, and also, you have to put your hand over your heart. So you have to know where your heart is. It's pretty essential, I would say. Yeah, keep that heart over there. Thank you, Trauma, for 5 more carrots towards a good cause. Much appreciated. Plate carrier taught you about hand anatomy. You learn the weirdest things in the weirdest places, man. It's just one of those things. Pledge of Allegiance taught you that? Yeah. Sounds like you have a great education system out there. Every day, I thank God that I was not born British. You know, you might make fun of America, but it can always be worse, okay? Yeah. Branch goes over the heart because of your love of America. I don't know what the actual reason is behind it, but I think it is something like that. You say savage, but they start it first. I'm never the one to fire shots first. It's always the Canadians or the Brits. They're like, Americans. And then I'm like, well, you know, if you really want to get into it, like, if you really want to go there, like, if we're gonna have this conversation, I don't think you're ready for this conversation yet, because, you're not winning this battle, buddy. Historically speaking, or, you know, in the current moment, you're not winning this battle. I'm sorry to go there, I'm sorry. I just love my country, what can I say? I have nothing against the other countries, but, like... Lightning Fire's giving 5 carrots. Say, how do I tell my wife to stop beating me with a pipe after I donate to VTubers? Here's the solution. Get your wife into VTubers too. And then one day she'll cosplay as your Oshi. And then it's like win-win, right? Like, think about it like that. Wouldn't that be awesome if you had a wife cosplay your Oshi? I don't know if that'd be weird, actually. I don't know, cause, like, you know, like, if they're cosplaying an anime character, that's what they, but your Oshi, I don't know. I don't know. I know I have a plan. This is some logic here. There's some logic behind it. Not rice, thank you for the carrots to fix it. Wolfie, thank you for the carrots to not fix it. Raccoon, thank you for the carrots to offset it slightly in a different direction. We're at an even number at least. It's not an odd number, so it's okay. It's all good. Sounds like winning to— yeah, you're playing 5D chess, basically. No one ever expects it. Thank you, Not Rice, for fixing it again. It's like watching a bidding war here. Oh my goodness. Has someone cosplayed me yet? No, I think I'm a rather difficult case. Cosplaying me requires a while at the gym, you know, you gotta hit the gym for a while there, and then you'll be prepared. Haunts? That's me. That's me. I feel like cosplaying a VTuber would be weird because that's a real human as opposed to an anime character who is fictional. I'm real? I'm real? Let's go! Let's go! I can't believe it. I finally escaped containment. I would cosplay as a VTuber. I think that would be fun. Why not, right? Why not? Yeah, I'm real. You know, just don't take your horse pills and I'll stay here forever with you guys. Don't you worry. Thank you, JRI, for donating 10 carrots to charity. Thank you for supporting the Heartstream Heroes charity. 1.99 carrots. Okay, I see. Thank you, Acer, for 1.99 carrots. Thank you, Robert, for 3.27 carrots. And thank you, Carl, for 20 carrots. Thank you, Raccoon, for 1.50 carrots. What is this? What kind of chaos is this? What? Tomoe, I sneezed twice and my wife only said bless you once. Is it over? Maybe that blessing was twice as strong though. That was like, it was, she stacked the skills, don't worry. She still loves you. I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, but it's gonna be okay, son. It's not your fault. Having your spouse cosplay as your Oshi feels like one step towards cheating? What does that mean? How is that cheating? What? That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. Thank you, Raccoon, for the I think I already read that. I don't know. Everything's a blur at that point. What if your Oshi cosplays as your wife? Huh. How does that... Hi? Wait. Somehow this doesn't feel like a marriage counseling stream anymore. Every day we stray further from the light. I don't know what's going on anymore. What if your wife is your Oshi? That is true, actually. What if your wife was your Oshi? Like, you were married to her and you didn't even know that she was your Oshi all this time. Well, wouldn't you recognize her voice? This is so layered. This is such a complex issue. Unless it's like, oh man, this is my Oshi. She reminds me so much of my wife. She sounds just like her. That's amazing. There's so many similarities there. Would that be a plot to an anime? That's funny. I suppose anything is possible. Yeah, two people can't have the same voice. That's true. That's true. There's communications. Communication issues. Thank you, Not Rice, for the 3.24 carats to charity. Thank you kindly. We're at an even number again. That means I have to stop stream while I still can. Alright, so thank you everybody for tuning in today. I hope your marriage has been saved. I hope you are on the path to a healthier, happier, more bountiful, fruitful marriage. If you have not already gotten married in the future, you now know how to prepare accordingly. Be sure to review the guide today. I will upload the PowerPoint after this class, so it'll be emailed out to everybody. So yeah, I mean we're prepared for it. It's your wife left you. I'm so sorry. I'm sure she'll come back after she grabs the milk. Unless she actually left, then see now I look like a bad person. But you know, I'm not a bad person. I'm just a horse. It's an occasional error that we all make. Yes, it's okay. Why did you guys make it? Why? Why are you ruining the total? Thank you, Wilby, for the 11.11 carats to charity. Thank you, Raccoon, for 3.05 carats to charity. Thank you, Nabe, for 2 carats to charity. Thank you, Robert, for 1.63. Are you just like entering in random numbers at this point? You guys are stubborn. I'm still going home now. I gotta go do laundry. Even though is it weird to do laundry at this hour? It's not, right? I don't think so. You guys should go do laundry too. I think this is a good time to do laundry. Never a weird time to do laundry. I mean, it's pretty late, but why not? I'm not stalling. I just keep getting sidetracked. This happens every time I do Zatsu streams. I have like an idea in mind when I first start the stream, and then I go on weird tangents the whole time. Although, you know, yeah, I don't know. Money laundering? Tell the laundry machine to do the laundry instead. Wife! Wait, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Don't take my advice this stream. Don't take my advice. I think I'm gonna lose my counseling certificate. Alright. Thank you again, Dot Rice, for fixing the total. Alright, you guys have a good night now. You take care. Timu cert pulled. It's so Tomoe again. I'll see you guys around later this week. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you very much for all the donations, and take care tonight. I'm gonna go and stare at the wall and wonder where it all went wrong. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna raid though, so please hold 1 second. What a night.